Hello, it's week 31 of season 5 of the Andy Griffith Show. This week's episode title is Opie and the Carnival. Barney, Helen and Andy and Opie's friend Johnny Tall all go down to the carnival. And then Opie and Johnny Tall want to go off on their own, so Andy says, okay, Opie, just be home in time for supper. And then the audience sees a shooting gallery scam going on where the guys have these guns where the sights have been purposely bent that they use so the players won't hit the targets and won't win any prizes. But they also have one good gun that they use for when they need to have a winner so they can attract other paying customers. And they call Opie and Johnny Tall over, and they give Opie 2-3 shots with the good gun, and he shoots the birds. And then they charge him 25 cents for 5 more shots. And Opie wins a genuine ceramic telekin, and it attracts other customers. And at home, Opie wants to give the telekin to his pa for his birthday. But Aunt Dee says that's not a good gift for a grown man. She says she's going to get him a shirt, and Opie should just keep his ears and eyes open, and his pa might drop a hint. And on the torch that night, before Opie comes out, Aunt Dee tells Andy that Opie is looking for birthday gift ideas. And Andy says he'll play along. And then when Opie comes out and tells him about the carnival that day and about his good shooting, Andy asks what kind of prizes they had. But Andy doesn't show any interest in the prizes that Opie names. So Opie pushes the idea. He says, Dad, Pa, what would you like if you wish for if you had a wishing lamp? And his pa says a basketball. But later Opie tells Aunt Bea he knows his dad doesn't want a basketball. He just knows that Opie wants one, so that's why he said it. And then Opie gets the idea of being able to get his pa something really nice for just $3. He's going to win it down at the shooting gallery. So he goes down there and he decides on a razor. And the guys in the booth say, make the bell ring 5 times and it's yours. But this time they give him a dad gun. So Opie spends $2.75 and he doesn't hit the bell at all. So he goes and asks his pa for an advance on his allowance. He tells him it's to fix his bicycle. And his pa says, oh, I'll pay for that. And then Andy leaves to the post office before Opie has time to tell him the truth. So Opie goes and asks Goober down at the filling station whether there are any jobs he can do for money. And Goober says no, but then when he finds out why Opie needs the money, that is what happened to his original money, he says, oh, I can shoot. I'll go down there and win that razor for you. But Goober keeps missing the bell too, 'cause they give him the dad gun too. And Goober lets it slip to Andy what happened. And Andy tells Goober to get Opie and let's all go down to the shooting gallery, 'cause something is wrong. Andy knows that Opie and Goober can both shoot. And Andy watches the guys for a little while, and he sees what they're up to, and then he says he wants to play. And he figures out how to compensate for the dad gun that they give him, and then he starts winning all their prizes. And the guys try to close up, but then Andy shows his sheriff's badge and says, no, you're not. And he tells him there's a little boy coming by who's going to try for that razor, and you're going to give him the good gun this time. And he tells them that he's going to send their names to every sheriff in the state. So he suggests that they straighten their sights. So Opie and Goober come by, and they give Opie the good gun, and he shoots 5 times, and he rings the bell 5 times, and he wins the razor. And the next day at Andy's birthday party, Opie gives him the razor, and he's real proud to say that he won it at the shooting gallery. You weren't in this episode, Barney. Will you be back next week? No, I'm not in this one, or the next one, which are the last 2 episodes of season 5. And after this season, I lead the show to go make movies. I come back as a guest in a few episodes in the last 3 years of the show, though. Good, we'll look forward to those. And even if you're not in the episodes, we can keep summarizing them. We'll see you next week for episode 32, which is the last one of season 5.